Successful marriages are all about healthy communication and listening to each other. However, it's not uncommon for couples to experience periods when talking to each other becomes a challenge and listening is absent. When one or both of you are not responsive, you may have a problem. If the lack of listening continues, it could be a sign that your marriage is in jeopardy. Now, we will explore some of the reasons why your spouse might not listen to you, as well as the strategies that can help you improve your communication as a couple. What's behind these listening problems? As you think about the possible causes of this ignoring behavior, be sure to consider how well you are listening and holding space for your partner as well. Remember, it's easy to blame your spouse, but often, faulty communication is a two-way street. Abigail Lev, Saidi, the founder and director of the Bay Area CBT Center, said, "This type of issue usually involves both individuals and the relationship. A person may become blaming, attacking, and emotionally dysregulated due to a prolonged sense of not being heard." However, Lev also notes that it is important to avoid blaming the partner who feels unheard for their partner's failure to listen. A listening problem in a relationship could be related to many different issues. Common contributing factors include your partner's method of delivery, personal issues that make either of you unable or unwilling to listen, or some combination of these elements. The key is to be honest and kind, say what you mean, but do it without hurting your partner. That said, you also need to share what is true for you. Common communication breakdowns. Often, how we say things is just as important as what we say. A negative, argumentative tone, roundabout speaking, or passive aggressiveness are just a few ways you may be inadvertently sabotaging your conversations. Here are 10 problems with your communication delivery that could be causing your spouse to tune you out, as well as suggestions for how to fix the problem so that you both feel respected and heard. 1. Too many words. Lengthy explanations can dilute the message and frustrate your partner. They may struggle to follow your train of thought, especially if the conversation becomes complex or emotional. To fix this, aim to be concise. Organize your thoughts and deliver your message clearly and directly. Avoid going off on tangents and ensure your partner understands the core of what you're saying. 2. Monopolizing. Monopolizing conversations doesn't allow your partner to express their thoughts and feelings. It can make them feel unheard and unimportant. Encourage your partner to speak and actively listen when they do. Practice turn-taking in conversations where one person talks while the other listens. This balance is crucial for healthy communication. 3. Hurtful comments. Hurtful comments can erode trust and emotional safety in a relationship. They can make your partner defensive and less willing to engage in open dialogue. Focus on using I statements to express your feelings and concerns without attacking or blaming your partner. For example, say, "I feel hurt when this and that," instead of, "You always this and that." This approach makes it easier for your partner to engage constructively. 4. Ulterior motives. If your partner perceives manipulation or passive aggressiveness in your communication, they may become defensive and less willing to listen. Be direct and transparent about your intentions. Avoid hidden agendas and be clear about what you want to discuss. This will foster trust and open dialogue. 5. Lecturing. A lecturing style can make your partner feel like a child or an underling, creating resentment and resistance to listening. Instead of preaching, have a two-way conversation. Encourage your partner to share their thoughts and feelings as well. This shift from a hierarchical to an egalitarian conversation will promote active listening. 6. Generalizing. Using sweeping generalizations can make your partner feel unfairly attacked and defensive. Be specific in your communication. Focus on particular issues or behaviors rather than making broad, negative statements. This will make your feedback more constructive and less confrontational. 7. Poor timing. Conversations at inappropriate times can lead to inattentiveness, as your partner may be preoccupied with other thoughts or stressed. Ask your partner if it's a good time to talk. Respect their boundaries and schedule conversations for a time when both of you can fully engage and focus. 8. Bringing up old baggage. Rehashing past issues repeatedly can lead to fatigue and disinterest in the conversation. Address lingering issues separately and come to a resolution. Once resolved, avoid revisiting them unless necessary. This approach helps maintain a sense of closure and prevents repetitive, unproductive discussions. 9. Excessive negativity. Constant negativity can create a hostile environment that discourages open communication. Try to maintain a positive or at least neutral tone in your conversations. Focus on constructive solutions rather than dwelling on problems. Encourage your partner to contribute to finding solutions as well. 10. Reactiveness. Rapidly escalating conversations can make your partner withdraw to avoid conflict and arguments. Practice emotional regulation and active listening. When tensions rise, take a breath, count to 10, and consider alternative perspectives. Pause and return to the conversation when both of you are calmer and more rational. If you find yourself struggling not to become reactive, try taking a breath before speaking or try counting to 10 in your head while you figure out what you really want to say, and consider alternative meanings to what you just heard from your partner before jumping to conclusions. Pause and take a break if either of you gets too angry to continue talking productively. Remember that you love each other. Your spouse's own personal issues. Your partner could also be ignoring you for reasons that aren't directly about you at all. Instead, they may be unwilling to unable to listen, no matter how well you try to communicate. Some examples of those reasons include, your spouse may not be interested in the subject you are talking about. Consider finding someone else to talk to about this topic instead. They may be afraid of intimacy. Not listening may be their way of ignoring the difficult feelings you want to talk about. Your partner may disagree with you and not want to hear your advice, thoughts, or opinions. They may want to spare your feelings by not telling you what they really think. Your spouse may be wiped out, distracted, or have a short attention span, making it hard for them to give you their full attention. Your partner may have the habit of racing ahead of what you are saying by thinking of how to respond while you're talking, instead of actively listening. They may believe that ignoring what you say will make the issue or situation go away or may not like what you have to say. Your spouse may think it is easier to be perceived as not listening than to say no. They may feel intimidated or not comfortable expressing their opposing view, and tuning out feels like an easier option. Now that we've explored the key issues surrounding communication in a marriage, what are some strategies you think could help improve your relationship's communication dynamics? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Wishing you all the best in your quest for better communication. See you in the next video, take care and bye.